Pronunciation Pro.
Pronunciation Pro.
Hello and welcome to the Pronunciation Pro podcast. My name is Annie Rudin and I am the founder of pronunciationpro.com. If you haven't checked out pronunciationpro.com, go take a look. We are actually going through a lot of changes at Pronunciation Pro. We are moving on to an app and it's going to be so nice. So nice. I have been working on it here for the last several months really and trying to get our whole program there. We're like, by the time I'm recording this, we're about 95% there, but probably by the time I post it, we are going to be 100% there. So the trick is we have hundreds of students, active members on Pronunciation Pro, and the migration to this new system is going to be a process. But we are going to start opening up the doors for those who want to join new and just get started right off on this new platform that we have. So it'll be really easy to access from your phone, from an app, and you'll have video lessons, you'll have, practice materials. We have the group coaching, we have private coaching, we have a community. It's going to be amazing. And there's going to be some really incredible resources for you just right there at the palm of your hand. I cannot be more happy about this. It's been a long time coming. We've needed to kind of switch over to this system, but it's a process, man. It has been a process and a project. So we'll be migrating all of our students over, and we should be really live here in February 2025, and should be completely 100% migrated over by the beginning of March. So if you're listening to this around that time, come check us out and come join us. It's going to be a fun thing to grow on this new platform. Okay, today I have something very different, and I'm not sure how it's going to all translate on a podcast as far as just audio. If you want to come check this episode out on YouTube and watch the video, it probably is going to make a little bit more sense to you. But I am going to read a children's book, and I want to really focus on intonation today. Okay. In my study group at Pronunciation Pro, I host the study group every Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time for all of our members. And it's for anyone who is a member of Pronunciation Pro who wants to show up and just practice together. And I get to know you, and we get to have a good time while we are practicing pronunciation. So I've gotten to know the students that attend regularly. I just adore them, and it's a great experience. So a lot of my students have been there for a little while and have been working through the Pronunciation Pro program, and they've gotten to the point where the first part I want to do is always for students to really get good at the sounds of American English. We want them to get the vowels. We want them to get the TH sound, the R's, any of these consonants or vowels that you're producing incorrectly. We need you to hear them correctly and be able to shape them in your mouth correctly. That's really the first step of getting clear English pronunciation. The next part then goes into the rhythm of American English and the rhythm of like the intonation, the stress patterns, all of that. So that becomes then the focus as you continue forward. So today in our study group, there was a lot of focus on this intonation piece, which is really fun and interesting to do. And it's exciting because it means there's some major progression happening when you're to that point. Okay, so today we're going to do an exercise with a children's book. I'm the mother of five boys, and I've done a lot of reading. We do a lot of reading at night with my kids. And so there are certain books that they like more than others. And this is one that a series of books that they love. It's the Elephant and Piggy books. There's the Pigeon books too that Mo Willems, he's the author, Mo Willems does. and they are really fun. There's not a lot of words, it's more pictures and the way that you read the books that bring it to life. So if I were to read these books really flat toned, it would be quite boring, and it wouldn't have engaged my kids. But because we bring a lot of intonation to it, it's really funny and interesting to my kids. So I'm going to read it like I do with them, and I'm going to highlight some of the intonation patterns that I'm doing as I'm doing them. Okay? All right. It's called Waiting is Not Easy. All right. So first what we have, I'm looking at the context clues here, and the pictures, there's Piggy and Elephant, and they're happy. Okay? They're happy to see you. So it just says Gerald. Okay, it's an exclamation point, and it's Gerald. So my intonation wants to be happy, it wants to be light. It needs to be happy and light, because if I said Gerald, with more of that tone, Gerald, where it's sharp and it's lower, it would indicate that they're mad at each other, or he's angry for some reason. But the pictures don't show that. It shows that it's light and happy. So I'm going to keep the intonation higher and lighter. Gerald. Okay. Says, I have a surprise for you. Okay, do you see how sing-songy it becomes? Instead of, I have a surprise for you. Okay, I have a surprise for you. Versus, I have a surprise for you. Yay! What is it? Okay, yay! What is it? Okay, do you hear that intonation? The surprise is a surprise. Okay, the surprise is a surprise. So I'm emphasizing and stressing it because that the meaning there is that he's trying to say, well, it is a surprise. The surprise is a surprise. So I'm going to emphasize those words. Oh. And he kind of looks like, oh, like a little bit more concerned. So I'm going to do it a little bit softer. Oh. He says, is it big? Okay, yes or no question, upward intonation. Is it big? Yes. Is it pretty? Yes. Okay, they're getting more excited, so I'm going to bring my intonation to be a little bit more. Okay, can we share it? Yes. Okay, the pictures are showing they're like really getting excited. Okay, and he's flipping upside down, and so yes, he's the intonation wants to get stronger. And then this is all caps, and he looks pretty excited. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Okay, higher intonation, it's louder, it's more engaged, it's excited. And then Piggy says, "You will have to." And he's like, "Wait, what? What? Wait. What? Why?" Okay, so this is what's fun is there's not a lot of words here, but there's a lot of intonation. So wait, what? Why? Okay, the surprise is not here yet. So I will have to wait for it. And they do kind of italicize because they want you to kind of emphasize that word. So I will have to wait for it. Yes. So this is the way that they wrote it, is just this big groan. Groan. Okay, this is the part where my kids love it. The more you get into it, the more fun it becomes, right? So if I'm like, groan, and just really get into it, they love that. Okay. Oh, well, if I have to wait, I will wait. Okay. And a lot of it is the facial expression. So if you come on YouTube, you can kind of see this book. I am waiting. And they're just sitting there waiting. Waiting is not easy. Piggy, I want to see your surprise now. I am sorry, Gerald, but we must wait. Okay, we must wait. See how much emphasis I'm giving, and there's all that pausing and intonation. Groan. Okay, so it even gets bigger, that groan. It's bigger and bigger. I am done waiting. I do not think your surprise is worth all this waiting. Okay, I do not. We always want to emphasize negatives. No, don't, won't, not. I do not think your surprise is worth all of the waiting. I will not wait anymore. Okay, so he's leaving, and Piggy's sad. Okay, I will wait some more. He comes back. It will be worth it. Okay, again. Oh. Piggy, we have waited too long. It is getting dark. It is getting darker. Okay, now he's getting scared. It's getting dark. It's getting darker. Okay, so do you see how my tone gets more intense? All right? Soon we will not be able to see each other. Soon we will not be able to see anything. Okay, he's getting worried. He's getting scared. I'm getting more intense about my intonation. Okay, we have wasted the whole day. Well, we have waited and waited and waited and waited. Okay, so now he's kind of getting upset about it. So we're bringing a little bit more of that intonation, that like angry intonation. We have waited and waited and waited and waited. And for what? Okay, so he's a little mad. And for what? It's more like sharp, the way that we're pronouncing this. And he says, for that. And the next page has them in the corner and this huge sky of beautiful stars. Okay, so they're just looking up this sky, this beautiful stars. This is worth the wait. Okay, and so now they're kind of, the emotion is in awe. They're in awe of this beautiful sight. This was worth the wait. I know. Kind of gets quieter because they're probably just like, oh. Tomorrow morning, I want to show you the sunrise. I cannot wait. Okay. Okay, so that is a great book for intonation because it is all about the intonation, right? Very few words, so much in how we are expressing things. So I want you to really think about it in your own life, okay? When we're talking about engaging speakers, people who we are kind of enthralled with, right? They use intonation. They use this voice as their instrument. They use it to go up and down and all over the place. They emphasize words. They pause. I want you to really think about your own voice. I want you to think about the way that you use your instrument, which is your voice. Are you using the range or are you staying really conservative? And culturally, in your language, it might feel very, very odd to use the full range. In American English and American culture, if you want to be a public speaker, if you want to be an engaging speaker, you have to play with more of a range. You have to get into that intonation that really brings the emotion with it, that you get excited with your voice and you get quiet and you get really purposeful with your voice. And you can, be really angry and forceful. Like, we've waited and waited and waited. And then it's like, this is amazing, right? That excited emotion with your voice. There is so much range that we can do with our voice. And the best speakers are the ones that have exercised that range, are using the full range. So if you're just getting started with using that full range, I want you to do this exercise of doing this da 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 da. Okay? We want you to practice getting that range. Take the words out of it. Da 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 da. And go up and high and down and low and up and high and down and low. So this is what I did with my students this morning at our study group. And those ones that were really having a hard time getting that intonation to very, very, to get, very high or low. They were using a very monotonous tone. I needed them to go up and down and up and down. So if that feels a little foreign to you, that means you're probably not using the range that you need. And so start by yourself, and just da 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 da. Okay? Get that range, get that practice in, and then change it up. Da 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 da. Okay, that is English, American English rhythm, if we're really thinking about it. Okay, so try that out. Grab a children's book, and maybe your kids, if you have little ones, and play around with it. I think they're going to love it. You probably, I'm sure there's a variation of that in your native language, because kids are receptive to that kind of motherous talk, right? The mother speak has a lot more variation into the tone because of the way that children respond to that. So as you're reading, as you're practicing, grab an English book or grab something in English to be able to practice that intonation in English and expand that and get yourself out of that comfort zone. As you do, you will be able to increase that range, increase your engagement with other people, and really bring more power and influence to the way you speak English. Okay, go try it, practice it out. Come join us at Pronunciation Pro if you want to practice it with us. And yeah, go check out Pronunciation Pro. I'm sure by the time I am launching this episode, we are live on the new site. And so pronunciationpro.com, come join us, and you can do a 7-day trial. We have group lessons, and we have private training options where you're one-on-one with a trainer. Okay. All right. Thanks so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Pronunciation Pro.
Pronunciation Pro.